Welcome to the Kalahari. Before we get started, a massive thank you to Speak Travel and ATI Holidays for making this entire trip possible. We're so excited to share this adventure with you, and thank you so much for joining us. Tomorrow, we're heading deeper into the deserts of this region of Africa.
It's just echoing, and we've got sand. You know, in the middle there, just as something gets a bit spooky.
And we're so excited to take you guys on all of the adventure that awaits ahead of us.
We've got to do it quite quickly because the wind is blowing and the sand is hard.
This is a family adventure that we've been gearing up for a very, very long time. And with our two boys, Crusoe and Sawyer, we're going to uncover this part of Africa in a way that we haven't ever done before.
There he is, look. That was amazing. And there they are, over there. Dolphin.
Cannot wait. We'll see you all in the morning. I'm looking forward to sleeping in the middle of the desert. It's beautiful. It's a giraffe. Wow. What an amazing place.
Last night we began our adventure here at
Kalahari Red Dunes Lodge, and it was magical. In the desert, hey buddy. Now today we are hitting the road. We've got a long drive ahead of us. It's about 6 hours. We're going from the Kalahari right all the way to the coast of Namibia to a town called Luderitz.
Yeah.
We're excited to tell you more about that when we get there. We're in search of a ghost town.
What's your name?
Let's get going.
Yeah, let's go. All right, let's go find that ghost town.
Genuinely sad to be leaving that place. Magical. Right, we are about just over halfway now, aren't we?
It's been we started off with 600 kilometers to go. Gosh, that's a long way, isn't it? And now we're about 300 clicks to go. I'm excited. I love big, long road trips. The boys are in the back. They've fallen asleep. We've just had a break.
Finally.
But the views around here are special.
They really are immense, aren't they?
If you're American or you've had big long road trips in America, you might have driven past Arches National Park or Canyonland or Moab. That area of America, it feels a lot like that right here, right now, but perhaps a little bit vaster, you know?
Yeah.
Really beautiful.
It's epic. We've had that 600 kilometers has basically been pretty much straight, empty roads. Hardly, well, I think we've probably seen 20 other cars today.
Yeah,
apart from when we went through little towns,
Great
of
roads.
which there weren't very many. The roads are excellent. They're very, very well maintained, smooth sailing, very well marked.
If you ever come on a trip to Namibia, this is probably how you're going to do it. You're probably going to hire a car and do a self-drive, which gives you all of the opportunities to pull over and stop whenever you want to, or you see a photograph you want to take a picture of, or something cool on the side of the road. It's a lovely, lovely way to travel around the country.
So easy.
Yeah.
So easy. So yeah, let's do this last little bit. See you guys there.
It's very hot out there too. It's 38, 40 degrees centigrade. The closer we get to Luderitz, the cooler it's going to get. It might even be a bit chilly in Luderitz, you never know. It's right on the Atlantic coast. Big sand everywhere. Look at those sand dunes, gosh.
Are we stopping to touch the sand, Dad?
We're stopping to touch the sand. The boys are just like, wow, that's like the biggest sand pit in the world. Look, and what do you think? What do you think, boys? You want to get out and stand on it?
Yes, glitter.
Glitter.
It could be diamonds, boys. So much sand. Come on, let's go and walk on top of it. Get up there. It's like Mario.
spending all day in the next 5 days in the desert, boys. Sati! Ouch! Did you find a diamond, Sawyer?
Yes.
Let's see. Whoa!
It's dropped 14 degrees centigrade in less than 10 minutes worth of driving.
That's crazy, isn't it? Welcome everybody to the town
On the edge of the world.
called Luderitz. Let's see what it's all about.
The first time I came to Luderitz was with a mate called Steve. Hello Steve, if you're watching. And we drove 12 hours across Namibia just to get here because we were staying in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the desert. We drove 12 hours across Namibia to come here specifically so that he could watch.
Ocean.
Well spotted, Crusoe. There's the ocean. Look.
Good work, bud.
Drove 12 hours across Namibia so that he could come and watch a Chelsea football match. That's a true story.
There's a playground there.
There is.
There's
look
a
at
great playground. That looks fun.
that. Right.
Well done, team. That was quite a day. 6.5 hours with a stop. I think everyone is pretty happy to be getting out of here. Anyway, we'll get into the hotel, we'll check in, and we'll see you guys in just a second. No doubt. Can have a look around. Road trips are all part of the adventure here in Namibia. They're as much the destination as the places themselves. And when you're rewarded at the end of a long one with a place as remote and as magical as this, it makes it all feel even more worthwhile. We all had a much needed good night's rest before the next morning brought our first big adventure. You guys, I want to introduce you to something that I love so much more than I thought I would, and that is this, my bento bag from Nomad Lane. I'm never going to be able to live without this epic bag, and I promise you now, if you are in the market for upgrading your luggage, then look no further than this. It has a section for everything, and it has allowed me to stay so organized on this trip. Whether we've been going through the airport and needing to take out things as we go through security, it's tucked perfectly beneath my feet, both on the aeroplane and in our hire car while we make our way around Namibia. It literally can fit so much in it. It's like a Mary Poppins bag. I love that it opens completely flat like this so that I can see everything I need to see. It zips up so easily, and with these tiny little top pockets, I've managed to easily access things like my phone and my wallet and very quickly put them back into place. And if that wasn't enough, there's even a little pocket on the side here for a water bottle that zips away when you're not using it, but expands perfectly to put a water bottle in when you are. There's a range of different colors on their website that you can choose from. The quality is exceptional. The zips feel strong and sturdy. It's got this long strap that you can use to carry it with. Honestly, guys, I promise you, I am completely obsessed, and I cannot wait to take this on all of our adventures. It is a total game changer, and if you want to get your hands on one, I'll pop a unique link in the description below this video, and it's on your screen now. So head on over and take a look. Good morning, everybody, from a very balmy coast of Namibia. Having gone to bed last night, it was about, I don't know, it must be about 19 degrees. It was cool, it was fresh. We've woken up this morning and the desert heat has encroached on the coastline, and it is very, very warm and pretty sticky, but it's absolutely beautiful. We've got a lovely still morning, there's a slight breeze, and the coastline here is just so beautiful. It's very, I don't know, it's kind of gentle in its harshness, if that makes any sense. Anyway, we've had a change of plans today. We found a few other bits and pieces to do in Luderitz, and we're going to go and do them. Things we've never ever done before. So we're about to get into the car and we're going to head off and jump on a boat to see a penguin colony, to hopefully see some seals, and if we're really lucky, some dolphins. And after that, we will be heading back into the desert to visit a famous ghost town, a relic from the diamond rush. We've been there before a long, long time ago, but I absolutely love that place and I cannot wait to get back. And it's just going to be a really fun day. I can't wait. So let me find John and let's get going. So we've made it to the harbour and to the jetty. John's just gone down to go and chat to the guy who looks as though he's getting a boat ready. Oh, we just got a thumbs up. Cool. All right. Well, let's go. I'm getting a bit nervous because the wind's picked up a bit.
Mom,
So
how
let's
am I
hope.
going to get on top of the boat?
Well, we've got to walk there. So let's hope nobody's going to get poorly and it's not going to get too hectic, because that wind yesterday when we got out in the desert was quite something. So it could be pretty hardcore. Anyway, let's go and see some penguins. I think this is the thing with Luderitz weather, is it changes so fast. You know, last night we went to bed in 19 degrees Celsius, calm seas. Woke up this morning to calm, a little bit warm but calm, 28 degrees today, and it's now howling a gale. Literally 5 minutes since we left the hotel. So
I'm not looking down.
you're not looking down. So anyway, one of those places, you know, right on the edge of the world, rugged weather, rugged terrain, very, very changeable. Let's see how this goes. I don't usually get seasick, but first time for everything.
Mom, are we moving?
Everybody ready?
Yeah, we're moving. Look, we've left already. We're already leaving. We're off to see something that typically is surrounded by snow and ice in Antarctica. Penguins. Penguins, everybody. These are African penguins. What's that?
No, we're not going to see snow today, but these penguins don't live in the snow. They live in the sand. Luderitz is one of Namibia's oldest coastal towns, sitting along a harsh and wind-beaten stretch of the Atlantic. Long before the town existed, this coastline was visited by Portuguese explorer Bartholomew Dias, who landed here in 1488 and left behind what we now know as Dias Cross, a marker of early European exploration along the southern African coast.
Mom, I can see an island over there.
You can see an island over there.
Is that penguin island?
I don't know, might be. Yeah, we just had such a fascinating conversation about the history of this area and of the explorers who came before us. Just in front of me, where is it? Where's the cross? Sorry.
And
Just-
you also found a jellyfish.
And you found a jellyfish, hey? Just there on that point, for those of you who watch us on our other channel and have got a Portuguese connection, is the point where Bartholomew Dias placed a cross in 1448. Isn't that incredible?
Look.
That cross there is a replica that was put there nearly 40 years ago.
I think they're penguins, aren't they? I think we can see a whole bunch of penguins there. Are they seagulls? Look
Yeah.
at that.
It is a penguin.
Can you see anything, Crusoe?
Yeah, the penguins.
You can see the penguins, can you? Can you see them clearly? Let's have a look. There are, look at that, fellas. To your right, at 3 o'clock, no, yeah, at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, flamingos over there.
Flamingos, boys, flamingos. There they are, look. Oh, it's so good to see a penguin. Can you see everything? I can see everything.
Mommy?
It's so weird to see penguins and feel hot. And they're like standing on a sand bank, you know, looking like they sort of stood in the desert. I was just saying to these guys, you almost feel sorry for them because you're like, gosh, it must be really hot for them. But this is what they're used to. This is where they live. This is what it's all about, you know? This is their home. So although it looks weird because you're used to seeing penguins in the snow, this is normal. These are African penguins, and these particular ones live on the coast of Namibia, on the edge of the desert. What is amazing is all of these old buildings and these old homes left along the coastline to just kind of disappear into the sea in time, I suppose, and into the desert. I cannot even begin to imagine what life must have been like living in a place like this. You know, what would you do? And Christo was just saying that when the Germans first kind of established Luderitz, fresh water was shipped here from Germany, which is just incredible. And then after that, they brought it up from Cape Town. And now they thankfully have found a water source, a very reliable water source from an underground aquifer in the middle of the desert. Look at the dolphins, boys, loads of dolphins.
boat, underneath the boat. Look, 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 look. Crusoe, dude. Wow, dude. There he is, look. This side, darling, this side, this side. That was amazing. Look, there they are, over there.
See them?
Oh, I'm feeling a bit fuzzy.
Look, boys, they're coming back.
Oh my gosh, I just missed that. Did you see that dolphin?
No, I didn't.
It just literally flick-flacked out of the water. They are just literally
Everywhere.
dolphins everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, that was pretty good, wasn't it?
That was epic. I loved it.
There's two things that I'm really excited about. The first is the fact that we're sat in a little bit of air conditioning. That wind
It's
and
like
the sun.
walking into a hairdryer, isn't it?
was hot.
It's so hot here.
Now it's 37 degrees outside at the moment.
And
this
it's
is
windy.
the coast.
Yeah.
And it's the coast.
Yeah, so the desert is gonna be hardcore.
Let's see what temperatures we get to in the desert. If it gets really hot there, we'll make it a sort of a rapido experience.
Yeah.
And hope that we can stay cool, but everybody's drinking lots of water.
It's really, really hardcore hot.
Yeah. Right, let's go.
So, just to touch on the fact that it is so hot here at the moment, we're now going into the desert to go and see a ghost town called Kolmanskop. And we're going to be very mindful of the heat with the boys especially, and just be a little bit careful with it. I wanted to talk a bit about seasonality with Namibia. We are here in March, which is the Namibian summer, which of course means it's much hotter. If you come here in Namibia's high tourist season, which is Namibia's winter, that's from June until about June, July and into August, we're going to get much cooler temperatures, not like cold, but definitely a little bit of an edge off what we're experiencing right now, but it will be a little bit busier. So you kind of, when you're planning your trip to Namibia, just keep that in mind and speak to an expert like Tim at Speak Travel, who put this trip together for us. He will be able to guide you into exactly what time of year is best for you, depending on what kind of experience you're looking for.
See if they've got juice. Yeah.
Is there a toilet?
Yeah. Okay.
Right, we have left the comparable comfort, I'll say, of the cafe behind, and we are going to head out into the ghost town. So if this place is completely new to you, it might not be, because we have been here before. When Crusoe was about 7 months old, we were camping in a rooftop tent and driving around Southern Africa. Namibia was one of those stops. And we came here to Kolmanskop and we explored with Crusoe strapped to our fronts in a carrier. It's a remarkable place. This place was a small German town, and they literally used to find diamonds on the surface of the sand in this desert. And that is why this town was established. It was a diamond mining town. And on the outskirts are these epic manor houses, huge, grand old houses, which are now slowly being reclaimed by the desert. It was abandoned when the diamonds kind of ran out and diamond mining moved further into the desert, and now it just sits, as I say, slowly disappearing. They had a hospital here. They also, I remember the tours telling us that they had a little train that used to run around the town because it was very difficult for the ladies to get around the desert in their finery without the help of the train. Now, for the Germans that lived here, who had the wealth and who had the rights to the diamonds, if you will, I think life was pretty comfortable. But I also remember some really sad stories of how badly the Namibians, the local Namibians, were treated during that time. They all lived in those very small buildings you can see in the distance there.
Would you like to go inside?
And there was a real, what's the word? Contrast, you know, for those that had and those that didn't. So I think it's a place that probably holds a lot of celebration, a lot of wealth, a lot of prosperity, but also a lot of pain.
That looks like a door though, Crusoe. Let's go inside. That's the house. Look at it all, boys. What are you going to do? You're going for a bath?
The story of this place begins like all the best adventure stories, when a man was walking through a desert and found a diamond lying on the sand. What followed was a brief period of immense wealth, epic discovery, untold greed, and eventual total collapse. Today, Kolmanskop feels like something of a warning that wealth will not last forever, that our planet only offers finite resources, and without us, nature will reclaim what we have created. What happened to the guy who found that first diamond? A local Namibian who handed it to his boss and died a poor man. This is a beautiful place. It's both humbling and inspiring, and at times, you definitely feel the weight of the ghosts who came before us.
Oh man, it is definitely one of those situations where it's very windy, it's very, very hot. The boys, we've been wandering around for about half an hour now, you know, exploring inside the buildings and seeing what's what. They're going to go and sit in the car, I think, and have a juice and some air conditioning because it's getting hot. So I'm just going to run around and remind myself of all of those wonderful times that I've been here before. Lots of memories of amazing trips that I've made through Africa. And just feel very, very grateful for everything that I've got. One of those times in history, I think, when feeling grateful is a good thing. I'm so grateful that I wasn't one of the guys that lived here that was crawling around on hands and knees looking for diamonds in the olden days. It's difficult to walk across the sand and to get from one side to the other, so naturally you're drawn often to the more impressive buildings. But these ones over here are where the staff, I think, used to stay. Now, here's a little secret for you. The first time I came here, I was on my own. There wasn't anybody else around. And I went inside these buildings here. And I remember feeling deeply uncomfortable in I don't know, it sounds a bit weird, doesn't it, when you're not in that situation, but deeply uncomfortable in a very spiritual way. And I don't know why that is, but you know, I remember not walking to the end of one of the corridors just because it was like, yeah, I've seen enough now, that kind of thing. Beautiful though. I'm going to go and head off now and find my boys and my wife. And like I said earlier, I feel truly grateful for the time in the world that I live in, where I don't need to be crawling on hands and knees to collect diamonds for all of the stuff that I've got in the world, and especially feeling grateful to be able to come on such eventful, amazing trips like this. Thanks again to Tim at Speak Travel for putting it together. And I know for 100% the next episode in this series is even bigger. So tune in for that next week. Thanks very much for watching. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll catch you at the next adventure.